Hey guys, what's up? It's Justin aka Diego, and I'm getting sick. So if I sound like more of an asshole than I normally do, it's because I'm getting sick and I have a fucking just like a conjunctivitis fucking thing in my face, and it just feels like I'm dying slowly. Um, it's very painful, and I hope the doctors come up with a prescription drug like that could knock me out for days until it's over. No, I'm just kidding. What the fuck am I talking about? That's how out of it I am. I'm just fucking loopy right now. What I want to talk about, and hopefully I fucking won't stray anymore, is what they talked about at Blizzcon that pertained to our class. And if you don't know what our class is, it's Protection Paladins and the tanking community in general. So the first one we're going to talk about was asked by a girl. If you guys didn't actually watch the stream, I remember her. She was actually quite pretty. Anyway, so who would have thought that Paladin tank that's actually hot? Someone give me that bitch's number. No, I'm kidding. She asked, "Are you happy with Vengeance right now?" And it punishes survival gearing. That's basically the two things she said. And what my initial concern for Vengeance was, is that if you dodge two times in a row, or 3 times in a row, that Vengeance would completely fall off. And I was really worried about that. And if you guys don't know, the way they actually programmed it is it's a rolling average of the damage you take. So it slowly builds up over time and it slowly decays over time. So once it's fully stacked, a bunch of avoidance, if you avoid 3 4 hits in a row, which probably won't happen, but just say you do, you're not going to lose the whole stack. You're just going to lose a small portion of it. It's slowly going to decay. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but what I'm really looking for is I really hope they come out with there's a mod that comes out, or an add-on that comes out, that could track your holy power. I'm sorry, that could track your vengeance and let you know what that's at. That'd be cool. I would really like to see a vengeance add-on from someone. So if you guys write add-ons, get to it. I want to see it. Um, anyway, so it slowly builds up and it slowly decays. So I mean that's really good. And the guy that answered the question basically said, well, when you're gearing for threat, you always trade survivability, and it's going to be like that. When we're 85, and it's going to be like that, and it was like that before 4.0. For a good example is trinket slots. When you know putting on threat trinkets, whatever have you, some more threat trinkets, you always swapped out your either armor trinkets or health trinkets. So you lost survival. That's just one example. So anyway, moving on to Paladin specific questions. The first one, gentleman asked, question was, can Grand Crusader be changed to proc other effects so it's not worse than Reckoning? If you guys don't know this, after the theory crafting came out, Reckoning is actually better than Grand Crusader, point for point, um, and as far as threat goes. So, and basically what they said is they definitely want to tweak it so it's not weaker than Reckoning, but it's just a numbers game. So you're be looking out for a Grand Crusader buff sometime. If I were to guess, I would say sometime after we're 85. But what I would really like them to do is, uh, with this as an additional proc, when Grand Crusader procs, obviously it resets your Avenger's Shield cooldown. I would like it to also increase the damage of the next Avenger's Shield. I think that would solve any issues. Because if you don't know this, when Grand Crusader procs, you can't use it right off the bat. So you kind of just have to wait for the that time in your rotation to either use Holy Wrath or Avenger's Shield. Um, so we can't use it right away. That's why it's not such a huge DPS increase. So if they did that, if they just like gave that buff like a like 50% damage buff on Avenger's Shield, and then have it last like, I don't know, 15 seconds or whatever, something like that, then I would think that would be better. So that's what I am predicting, but that's what I would hope that they would do, is just give the Grand Crusader not only reset Avenger's Shield, but also increase the damage on next Avenger's Shield. So I think that would be cool. So, but that's getting buffed, hopefully, unless they're fucking with me. A couple Holy Paladin questions, one stupid question. This is a good question I kind of want to ask you guys, or it's not the exact question, but person asked, why did you add Holy Power? Where did it come? Where did it come from to give Paladins combo points? And I want to just ask you guys just right now. Just go ahead and post your responses in the comment section below. Um, how do you feel about Holy Power? It's been, it's been out for a while. We've had a couple weeks to play with it. How do you feel about combo points, aka Holy Power for prots? I like it. Basically, what they said is they felt that Uh, Prot and Ret just basically never really, they had a resource to manage, which was mana, but it never went down. Prots basically had unlimited mana, given the right situations, and the same thing with Ret. They basically, their mana would go down barely, but it'd fill right back up. And they felt that that wasn't really fun. It wasn't a resource to manage. So giving us combo points, giving us holy power, is really going to diversify those good paladins from those bad paladins a lot more than what you saw, before 4.0, when people were just smashing their face on the fucking keyboard and doing good threat and being able to do good DPS as Ret. So I really think it's going to diversify our class a lot more between good and shitty people. Um, but how do you guys feel about it? And then last question, I think, last question is Holy Power Generation is GIMP for threat overall. Do you have any plans to give Judgment a guaranteed proc Holy Power or a free Holy Power combo point, whatever? Do you have any plans to fix this problem? And basically, they said they're not going to give any additional ways to generate holy power, but what they are going to do is give Divine Plea, which is a 2-minute cooldown. They're going to give Divine Plea, once you pop Divine Plea, it'll give you 3 stacks of holy power instantly, which is awesome for pre-pulls. Think about this. So our taunt pre-pulls out of our pre-pull type macro type thing. So we Exorcism, Avenger's Shield, and then we're talented. We're probably going to talent for increased judgment range, so that we're going to judge or anything in those. Those could be out of order. Probably going to Exorcism first, since it has a cast time. But you could judge or Avenger's Shield first or second or third. Those are interchangeable. But when you judge, you're going to have a chance to get that Sacred Duty proc. And if you have 3 Holy Power stacks while you're running in there, you're going to be able to shield bash the guy and crit him, and that's going to be enough. It should be enough front-loaded threat, especially if you're getting tricks and misdirects, to be able to sustain, the first 30 seconds. Because right now on live, I don't know how you guys feel, the first 30 seconds is kind of iffy because you're waiting for that vengeance to stack up. So it's really, really kind of, on your edge type of, oh shit, these guys are really climbing on my ass, and I'm waiting for vengeance to stack up, and I'm waiting for my 3 holy power charges to use my shield of righteousness. So, I mean, it's really good that they're going to and plus what that does is fights that last longer than 2 minutes, we could basically shield bash something, hit Divine Plea, and then shield bash it again, or judge after we shield bash, to probably get another Sacred Duty chance to proc, but that's going to involve a little more theory crafting on my part and other people's parts to figure out what's the best way to manage that after you pre-pull. But anyway, so that's all I got for you. Just a real quick video. I am going to do a glyph video probably today, so those videos will hopefully be up sometime today, but I'll catch you guys next time. Stay classy.